so please just click on the bottom that you agree with the permission. So hello to everyone. We would like to welcome you on the first preliminary meeting of our textile project. So we today have quite intense agenda. First of all, before presenting you the agenda, I would like to give the floor probably to the Enrico and to Vahan, that both represent the lead organization of the project, PIN and ERDC, for the greetings and welcoming of our participants. So I don't know who would like to be first, maybe Enrico?
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Irina. Good morning, everybody. Nice to see you here today with us. My name is Enrico Banchelli. I'm the managing director of PIN, which is one of the two partner companies that organize this project under the umbrella of Eurochambre and funded by the European Union. As you probably know, we are based in Prato. Prato is the most important textile district in Europe so far. So it has a long-standing tradition of textile industry, and it's one of the research and training centers that work in the area of the central Tuscany. But we work, of course, on a wider network of companies and business support organizations on a regional and on a national level. Together with us, we have a partner from Armenia that will be presented later by Wagner. And as you already know, the main aim of this project is to create links and opportunities to make business among companies and the BSOs of the two countries. The project is very short. I mean, it's a project which is supposed to last just a few months, so just the time to recruit the interested organizations, companies, and BSOs who are interested in each other's market, and then to organize these preliminary meetings in order to share the knowledge of the participants and to tell you how it will work at the study visit. That is the main action of this project. There will be a study visit in Armenia from Italian companies and BSOs, and another study visit from Armenian companies and BSOs here in Tuscany. We are still working on the agenda of such study visit, which will be strongly based on the interests and needs of the participating beneficiaries. So we are shaping the two visits according to the interests of the different participants, and in order to be as much as effective as possible, in order to give useful contacts and informations to the participants. We will explain you later on how the project will work in the coming weeks. So everything will go very fast from now on, because we plan to close the activities in a month, basically. And I thank Irina and Giovanni, who will be our operative staff in arranging the different activities, and will follow you in the coming weeks. So thank you for joining us, and I leave the floor to Wagner.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. I am Hakan Lalayan, expert in ERDC non-governmental organization, Economic Research and Development Support Center. Our organization have about 2 decades of experience in the areas of economic researches and development support for governmental organizations. for governance, and we also have some projects and working in textile area. We have participated in the process of elaborating the textile sector development policy in Armenia with some governmental bodies, in particular with Ministry of Economy, with Foundation, Development Foundation of Armenia, and so on. And it's a short introduction about our organization. We have more than 30 international projects with international partners such as European Commission, UNDP, World Bank, IFC, and so on. It's about this project, TEXTWIN project. Enrico explained everything, and I don't have some additions.
Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Vahan. And now I would like to give the floor to Giovanni Crisona, the Managing Director of the Skillman Network.
Thank you very much. Just to contextualize this initiative that is supported by the Skillman Network. I represent this network that is worldwide based, but we are in Pistoia in Italy, very close to Prato. And this is a network that support matchmaking, business, anything, even for you, even if the main focus of the network is to promote the skills for the advanced manufacturing. So what we do is to support matchmaking among companies, but then we also investigate and support the development of skills worldwide. We have several collaborations in several sectors, and the project that you are involved here is addressed to textile, but we have a parallel initiative in another sector with Georgia that is for craft sector and related fields. So the network is composed by around 650 organizations. Most of them are universities and VET centers, vocational education and training centers, and they are there are also several chamber of commerces, ministries of education, and so on. So the network is the box where we are putting this initiative, and you are invited not only to follow this specific initiative, but then you will be involved also in other activities, because the project expects that we create new services for you at your availability, and this will be introduced during the deployment of the activities. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Giovanni, for this presentation. Just very quickly, my name is Irina, and I'm also working with Giovanni for the Skillman, and I will also assist you during your trip, starting from today's preliminary meeting till the end of the project. So I would like to share the screen and just give you the very quick introduction to the agenda of today. So we'll start with a quick welcome that we had already, an introduction to the textile project. Later on, we will have introduction by the project partners, and we will have their presentation and some country overview, and in particular, we'll discuss how their organization is connected to the textile sector. Later on, we'll have the introduction to the platform, how to use it, the tool that you found there, and also the resource that the work program what and when. And later on, we will have we would like to have the company's presentation, one Armenian one and one Italian company. So if you would like to present yourself, please just write down in the chat, and we will call you for the presentation. So just very quickly, before the beginning, we would like to start the kind of ice-breaking session. Here we are going to introduce you the Slido. On the left upper corner, you have a kind of QR code, so you can scan it with your phone, or just go to the slido.com and insert the number that you see here. We would like to ask you to answer for the question, which sector do you represent and which is your core business? So what exactly you doing towards considering the textile sector? So let's wait. So that's a code. Okay.
Who has put the code in the answer? You?
Not me.
Okay. So
also, yeah, answering to the question in the chat, the meeting recording will be shared with all of you. So if for everyone is clear what you need to do, it's great. Otherwise, yeah, I think so. Otherwise, please open your mic, and if you have any question, ask us.
okay, the question was for understanding the sectors that you belong. Probably someone tested to write 20, but you can delete this. Irina, you have the ownership of the Slido. Manufacturing is voted more than one time, so it is becoming bigger. So what's your field? What's your sector? In which sector you work? Now we are seeing your screen, Irina.
Yeah, just a second. Sorry for that.
Thank you.
It's loading.
Good, good. So apparel manufacturing, that's, I don't understand. Melante, I don't know, probably is a name. Apparel, field, communication. There's someone involved in communication. Industrial relations, university sector, skills development, knitwear manufacturer. Good. Someone else in industrial relation. Okay, it's not so widespread. Apparel manufacturing. I'm curious to understand better. Someone can explain me apparel manufacturing?
It's me. I wrote the apparel manufacturing. I mean, we do not create. We only used textile as a fundament and create apparel, and we are not able to create the other parts of. I mean. We buy textile and then create apparel and not responsible for the whole process. So that's why we wrote apparel manufacturing.
Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you very much. So you buy the textile?
We buy raw material, we buy textile, and then we produce apparels, not textile manufacturing company, but we buy raw material and then produce the clothing. Good.
Okay, that's clear for me. Thank you very much. And where are you based, Satin?
We're based in Armenia, and so I wrote this very long. I wrote this very long text. Our company is Melante, and we are specialized in apparel manufacturing. So we have more than 20 years of in this field, one of the pioneers in Armenian market. And yeah, short about our
Yeah.
company.
Thank you so much for having completed the profile, because the other participants will have the opportunity to read if they can match with you. So it's important that you have done this long presentation. That's very much important and useful for the others. But this is also the occasion to know each other. As you will discover during the visits, you will have also social contamination among the participants, organizers. So the mood will be very good. And this is based on the fact that we know each other and we then are able to communicate in the best way. So this is one important part of this matchmaking activity, to create good moods and to know each other. Thank you for your information.
Thank you.
So the number is multiply voted. The number is still there. It's okay. This is not a sector, of course, but it can become our code, identification code. So we have an ID.
Unfortunately, I cannot delete it from my phone, so but it will be added later on. I see also here the presentation very quick of the from 8 Yerevan and Lily Zakaria in the chat. So probably it can be our volunteers for the presentation later on. I see also one participant who is typing. So let's wait another couple of minutes and let's switch to the next question. It's very important for us to have your answers here because they will help a lot us for in the next steps. I see that the number becomes bigger and bigger. So I think at this point we can step to the next question. So the strategy is the same. Now when you are more familiar with the Slido, the next question is supposed to appear. So here we would like to ask you to answer for the question, which areas you could collaborate with the most. So with which areas are you interested to collaborate the most? What are the core interests, and what your expectation, whom you expect to meet during these study visits?
Hello, everybody. Yes. Thank you so much for organizing this meeting. We are very excited to join you in this program. About our company,
Lilith, sorry, can we switch your presentation to the second step of the meeting when we'll have the country's presentation, organization presentations? So next step on the second part of the meeting, let's answer on the question, and later on we'll give you the floor, okay?
Okay, thank you so much. Now, can we answer the question, please?
Yes,
Sure.
please.
So our main goal is to find partners to cooperate with an outsourcing basis. The main goal of our company is that to find new partners for providing accessoire as well. So that's the main areas that we are looking for.
Perfect, thank you. So this is exactly what we are trying to do now, to fix these pledges or interest in a visual cloud, word cloud, a map with words. So the first map was to ask you which is the sector that you belong. And this map instead is trying to understand which is the sector that you would like to collaborate with. So if you have a natural counterpart, it's here the map where to define it. So when you will look at these two maps, you can understand how the group is composed and to which collaborations the group is looking to. So here we are, collaboration for legal experts in light industry sector. So someone is looking to collaborate with a legal expert. Okay. Production experience sharing. That's good. Fashion design.
Yes.
Sourcing probably could be better explained, but we will have the occasion. Industries. It's also quite curious for me to understand. Selling the handcraft textiles. Okay. partnership for selling. Luxury boutiques, I know who has written this, and business-to-business collaboration in general. Probably this is a chamber target, or chamber of commerce. Okay, good. I don't see any other movement. You can also write more than one answer, because you can have more than one interest in who you would like to meet. So, and if you see something that for you is relevant and it is already written, you can also add it, and it become bigger because you are adding more of one time. I see that the first turn was to understand where to put the code, but now the code is not anymore appearing.
Let's wait a few couple of minutes more because we see, okay. So we have 7 responses here. So legal expert in the light industry, production experience sharing, fashion design, sourcing, industry, luxury boutiques. We actually have 2 participants interested in luxury boutique and B2B collaboration. Perfect. So thank you very much for answers. They will be very, very important for us for the second part of our calls, and especially for the second call, second preliminary call, where we will use this answer to construct a sort of common collaboration. Common collaboration strategy. Also, one more thing, I see that we have a lot of responses in the chat. Only issue, please, if you could share them in the common chat and not in the private messages, it will help a lot. In anyhow, we have here the ceramic brand represented, represented by its owner. We have Laura De Cesare, that is represented by Riccardo Zani. And also Sarah Mi wrote that she's interested in collaboration with European club brands. So thanks to all of you for answering. Just very, very quickly, I would like to introduce you the main goals and main objectives of the textile project, and also the founding body. So basically, the textile project is founded by the Eurochamber. Eurochamber strives to improve a general condition in which businesses operate to facilitate access to market within and beyond European Union, and to ensure the availability of human, financial, and natural resources. Eurochamber represents European business interest to the European institutions. Also, Eurochamber manage and coordinate various projects to benefit of the chamber network and their wider business community. Most of these EU-funded projects focus on encouraging business relations between EU and third countries, and on promoting entrepreneurship. Basically, it's very strictly connected to the Euro-Eastern Partnership Initiative, also the initiative of the European Commission, that is one of the set of that's next goals, and it is joint policy initiative which aim to deepen and strengthen relations between European Union, its member state, and 6 eastern neighbors: Armenia, Azerbaijan, Belarus, Georgia, and Republic of Moldova, and of course, and also Ukraine. In this framework, guiding the EU's relations with its neighbors in the EU's global strategy, and to revise European neighborhood policy. The main idea of the Eastern Partnership policy is to boost sustainable economic development and supporting job creation in the heart of the EU's contribution to stabilizing its neighborhoods. Very briefly regarding the textile project, the general aim of TEXTWIN project is to build a permanent partnership of the EU and Eastern Partnership Business Support Organization, having the common interest in the textile sector. Among the specific objectives, of the project are establishing direct link between BSOs from Tuscany and Armenia through the capacity building activities by stipulating concrete cooperation agreements between BSOs and the stakeholders involved in both countries, manually sharing local and international project and initiative that can act as a vehicle to encourage mutual exchange between countries and ensure continuity beyond the duration of TEXTWIN project, and improving the competitive position of rural market players and promotion the rapid development of rural areas and creation of the new jobs. Within the TEXTWIN project, we set up the call for the BSOs and SMEs involvement through the joint policy initiative for Eastern Partnership. The Armenian and Italian BSOs interested in established business or B2B cooperation companies are invited to apply for the voucher that we will present you later on. And it's include the participation to 3 online preliminary meetings, participation in the study visit in Tuscany and Yerevan in November 2022. The study visit will be of 3 days. On the dates, we'll update you later on, and also the access to the online marketplace for the B2B cooperation. Of total, we are going to select 16 participants and 8 SMEs and BSOs from the Italian side, and also 8 SMEs and BSOs from the Armenian side for the study visits. The main partners of the project are PIN and also ARDSC. And now I think I can give a floor to Enrico, briefly presenting the Italian side and presenting PIN. Enrico, are with us?
Yes. So again, very shortly, we are a company which is owned by the University of Florence, which is one of the largest universities in Italy, and also owned by the local, the Prato area public bodies, and also the BSOs representing the Prato area companies. So we are sort of a link between the university and the civil sector in the Prato area, and we were born to develop projects to put forward the knowledge coming from the university at the disposal and the needs of the local companies and also of the local public authorities. This is the 30th year of existence of PIN, which was founded in 1992. We basically run 3 kind of activities, which are the managing the university branch of the University of Florence in Prato. We have some 1,500 students attending BA and MA courses of the University of Florence here in Prato. Then we also run an activity of research and technology transfer from different areas of the University of Florence, both technological and social sciences, to companies and associations of companies, but also public administrations. And then we run a higher education and vocational training area where we design and we develop courses on many different fields, ranging from the various engineering disciplines to social sciences, humanities, chemicals, and also other sectors. The textile sector is, of course, the main focus of this area, as I mentioned before, because the Prato district is it's a quite a big conglomerate of companies of various dimensions, very small companies to some larger companies producing the wider variety of products and byproducts in the textile supply chain. So Prato is a very let's say conglomerate area, because it's a very small territory compared to the number of companies and people working in the sector. So you can find almost each and every kind of product in the textile industry in a range of, I would say, 15 to 20 kilometers. This means that a trip in this area can lead you to meet and to better understand many different supply chains within the textile industry. And immediately outside of Prato, there is one of the most important leather industries, leather districts in the world, which is in Scandicci, so very close to Florence, where the largest part of the biggest multinational brands of the luxury have their own production sites, ranging from Gucci to Ferragamo, Prada, Louis Vuitton, and the biggest and top brands of the world. Enlarging a little bit the range, we are very close to other very important districts in the leather industry. So in the tannery, for instance, in Santa Croce sul Larno, and also in the shoes production in the area of Pistoia, Montecatini, and Lucca. So Tuscany is quite an important market, not only in terms of course, of B2B, but also in terms of creativity, in terms of designing the fashion at a world level. And as you probably know, Florence is also the home of many of the most important fairs in the textile and in the fashion industry at large. And so the reason why we propose this project is that we are right in the middle of all these activities, and we promote the opportunity to exchange and to find new markets, both to our companies and to foreign companies who are interested in the sector. We've been doing this since many years, even though it's not the focus of our activity, but we have a large organization which is able to apply for this kind of funds, and most important, we have a lot of networking relationships with companies and BSOs, not only in the area. Finally, let me just recall that we are partners and leaders in many different EU-funded projects, ranging from Horizon 2020 and Horizon Europe in the research field, but also in other projects much more focused on the new skills needed in traditional manufacturing sectors like the textiles. So we are involved in many Erasmus Plus projects with partners from all over Europe, where we try to define the new skills of employees and company which are needed by companies in the textile and clothing industry. And that's all, I think. I don't want to be too much longer.
You have too many things to say, Enrico. You do a lot of activities, impressive, really.
Thank you.
So, Irina, we can move on to the next presentation. We have...
Yeah, so thank you very much, Enrico. And now probably Vahan, if you can say us a few words about RSDSC.
Okay, thank you. I mentioned about the RSDSC in introduction part, and I would also addition that in this project, in TEXTWIN project, we are collaborating with our partner, UNIDO Armenia project on light industry modernization. Unfortunately, our partners just now can't participate, Armenia and Araxia, due to some serious issues to participate this meeting. But our ERDSC, non-governmental organization, don't have such experience in textile sector, but we are sure that we can support our producers, our manufacturers in textile to find partners in Italy, in Prato, Tuscany, among the famous companies, and to develop their activities. I think, as I mentioned, ERDSC has experience about 2 decades experience in such projects and in collaboration with international companies, international donor organizations, with governmental bodies, and we have expertise in a lot of areas, economic development areas, and some sectors. I would like to share with you our web page. Just a minute. Okay. Do you see the?
Yes.
Yes. It's our page about our organization. We have a lot of, we have implemented a lot of projects with European Commission, World Bank, United Nations, OSCE, and other organizations. And our main sectors of activities is social development and trade and competitiveness, particularly export issues, and regional and rural development. Also SME development, SME development. And as I mentioned in this project, we the first goal for us to meet our producers, our manufacturers with Italian manufacturers, and to support their fruitful cooperation. Thank you.
That's clear. Thank you very much for your for introducing this aspect of the manufacturing. But of course, participants can have other targets like make business, commerce of textile, and anything that belongs to their own productions or business interests. But it's very good to know that we have this common field of manufacturing.
Yes, yes. Also, it will be a good achievement if they can share their experience, not only in manufacturing, but generally in business environment, business doing business, and so on, and can learning something new for their businesses.
Yes, absolutely. Marketing, commerce, anything.
Yes, of course.
On the focus. Yes, and I think in Prato there are very strong expertises in these fields that can be shared, thanks to
yes.
a lot of companies. So we can move on now. I think, Irina, we have the companies time now.
Not exactly. Now we're supposed to present very briefly, and I would like to present you very briefly our 2 tools that we give at your disposal. It's very important thing that because that's why I wouldn't like to skip it and show it before. So we have two tools at your disposal, apart from the landing page and the main landing page of the project. So we created the Moodle platform that majority of you already know, and B2B platform. So this is our Moodle or e-learning Skillman platform for the TEXTWIN project, where you can find more information regarding the project. Here you will find always the bottoms for with the links for each preliminary meetings, and you will have here also some overview of the initiative, terms for recruitment, and also some description of the application process. This is very important that all of you will submit the admission questionnaire, and we ask all of you to do that, responding very quickly for 3 very simple questions. Afterwards, we kindly ask you, after you fulfill the admission questionnaire, we kindly ask you to click on the seat reservation, all of you, and fulfill also the request for the seat. It will be proceeded by the travel agency and also by 2 partners, and on this basis the participants will be also selected. Here you also can read more about specific objectives and learning outcomes.
Abbiamo fatto per raccontargli.
Sì, bisogna
Microphone open. Yeah.
So basically here you will have some learning outcomes, specific objectives, and also the program of these 2 study visits when it will be finalized. Here on the upper part, starting from today.
Irina, sorry, because you know the platform, but probably many of the participants cannot understand if you go so quickly. So just let me underline one aspect. All participants have to click on the questionnaire. Can you show again where is the questionnaire? Admission questionnaire is that. So please fill the questionnaire to move on to the next step. Go back. Next step, when you have completed the questionnaire, you have to click go up, please. Go up. Okay. Now you have to reserve your seat. You see in the banner, there is the green button. Then this allows you to be admitted for the grant and for receiving the flight ticket. So if you don't make these 2 steps, you will be excluded by the possibility to fly to Armenia and to Italy. So these are the 2 most important steps that you have to do. If you have not yet completed it, please do it as soon as possible, because we are proceeding with the purchase of the flight tickets, and we cannot do it. The travel agency cannot perform this task if you have not submitted the request to reserve your seat. Another aspect that some participant has asked me before the meeting, how you know if you are admitted or not. You will receive a message from the platform as soon as you have completed the reservation of the seat, to reserve your seat. Then from the back office side, we will validate your request, and you will be informed that your request has been accepted, and then you will be contacted by the travel agency for the travel arrangement, asking you some document and the approval of the project, the travel proposal. That means that you will receive a request from which airport you want to leave and the travel arrangements. When you will have accepted the travel arrangement, normally we ask for a deposit of 100 euros to make sure that you will not change idea after that. We will have both the ticket, the flight ticket, and then you will receive your ticket, and the deposit will return it back to you after the travel. And then you will receive all the information through the platform. I mean, also the travel arrangement, flight ticket, and also you will benefit from full insurance for health and also for flight cancellation. So in case you you decided to do not participate because you have a force majeure cause, you will not have to pay anything, and the deposit will be returned back to you. I would like to ask to all of you if everything is clear now in this process.
Mr. John, I just have one question. May I ask? It's related to the dates of the main event. It's very important for us to exactly know the dates before submitting this questionnaire, because we already plan to have a visit to the USA and we buy everything. So
you don't have to justify the reason. It's correct to know the dates in advance. We had a meeting last week and the dates were identified. So there is only one variable that must be checked, that is the availability of flights in the exact period that we have identified. So the dates, Irina.
Yes, so basically we have identified the 2 weeks, like 2 weeks that are very near one to another. It's why one is from 22nd to 25th of November. And then next one is from 28th to 2nd of December. We are now on the phase of the verification of the flying tickets with the travel agency, and we are waiting from them the response as soon as possible. And once we'll get it, and hopefully we'll get it in the beginning of next week, we will communicate to all of you through the platform.
Okay, and also one more question. If we will hopefully be accepted to be a part of this initiative, would it be possible for companies to travel
another person?
I mean, plane, for example, or
the connection.
Or it's a group.
No, it will be. If I got your question, we are going to buy the group tickets. I hope she hear me.
No. The connection suddenly is not good, but are you asking if you can bring another person at your expenses?
Our question, my question is about we participate with 2 people in one company, and also the flight is for a group. I mean, everyone from Armenia have to travel at the same time, or we can just, for example, take 22 November. But
no, we can arrange, as I told you, you will receive a travel proposal from the travel agency, and you will have the possibility to interact regarding time and regarding all the location. So someone could live from a different airport. We don't know where you live and when you work. So this is to you, and you will interact directly with the travel agency. Of course, that we look for the cheapest flight solutions, because we don't have such big budget available. And then the final decision, if you are asking some change that include some extra cost, will be that you can contribute to the extra cost, or otherwise the 2 directors of the organizations involved will decide regarding your request.
Okay, thank you very much.
Giovanni, sorry, maybe it's useful to remind that the first of the 2 weeks, so the one from 21st to 25th of November, it's supposed to be the week for the visit in Armenia. So for Italian companies going to Yerevan. And the following week, from the 28th to the 2nd of December, 28th of November, 2nd December, is supposed to be the week for the visit of Armenian companies here in Tuscany. There is a possibility to switch this second week farther in December, but we are planning to hold this initial proposal according to the availability of flights from Armenia to Italy. This is just to make a clarification about the two weeks, and for the Armenian companies to better understand which will be the period for the visit in Italy. According to the flights, it will be possible to travel in the morning from Armenia to Italy, to have the 3 full days visit in Italy, and then to fly back to Armenia in the night of the last day. This is more or less the timing of the largest part of the flights from the 2 airports which are closer to Prato, so Florence or Bologna. But we will be more precise once the travel agency will start checking the bookings.
Thank you, Enrico. In fact, it was not said. It was. Okay. I think we are running out of the time, but we still have some presentation. And
only one issue, Giovanni, just very quickly. I will try to be very comprehensive and very quick in the same time. So I would like to ask all the organization also to register on B2B matching platform. You just need to click here. You will be redirected to the next page where you can register your organization, and also where you can find another organization that has been already registered. For example, you can click on see more and see the full profile of the organization. For example, here is represented by Riccardo Zani. And also you can download some brochures, etc. And also, if you are interested in the organization, you can message directly the person whom you are interested to contact. So in this way, we can establish also to peer-to-peer connections among the participants. But what is the most important to have your organization on the list that will facilitate for us a lot the matching process.
Good.
That's all from my side. I was trying to be fast and comprehensive this time.
So let's move on, because there are participants that are warming the engines to start.
Yeah, so probably we can ask Lilith, as she started already, to present very briefly her organization, like in few words, what are you doing, what is your main sector, and yeah.
And then, of course, you will have more occasions then to present yourself, because even on site, we will have presentations when we will meet each other, and also through the matchmaking platform. So please, go on.
Thank you so much for giving me a chance to represent ourselves. As I already mentioned, we represent Zakarian Jeans. It is the first jeans producing company in Armenia, and it is very young. Zakarian Jeans was founded in 2017, and it is quite famous in Armenia, and our main goal is to be famous abroad as well. So that's why we are trying to be engaged in such programs. We are very active in this platform. And in this chat, we wrote that our production capacity is 20,000 units of piece of jeans per month. For having quality, we invited Italian specialists from Italy from the very first of our production. As I have already mentioned, we also have our local laundry system here, and our laundry specialist is Italian as well. So we imported the fabric, the accessories from a very famous and very famous companies to have a quality. To have quality and to be represent to the world in a very quality way. So our main goal is to find partners. Besides, we produce our brand Zakarian. which is only famous in Armenia now, in Russia as well in some period. And now we also working in an outsourcing basis. Any other company can produce its own brand in our company. We can produce them.
Very good. Thank you very much. I'm very impressed about your production capacity. Sorry. Very good. So we have an Italian company now.
Do we have any volunteer? Maybe Riccardo, can we ask you to present your organization?
Hello. In fact, I wanted to do that the 17th because I want to prepare a video in the workshop with Laura. So this morning we decide to do that because she has some family health problems. So I would like to.
No problem. You can do it 17th. Alessandro, would you like to introduce yourself and the company you represent?
Okay, hello everybody. Actually, I'm Alessandro, nice to speak to everybody. I'm working for a company and which is producing like knitwear, luxury knitwear. So we are mainly a men producers, so men's collection producers. And yes, we usually are looking for boutiques, like high-end boutiques, which are like specialized for selling made in Italy products. So that's our main purpose of this visit. So I've seen like there are already several potential interesting meetings to be done in Yerevan. So I'm glad to see that like 8 Yerevan is like a producer as well. So we also do like production for other brands as well, so we can like look for like collaboration for these meetings. And yes, then of course I'm gonna present like better like the company probably next time in terms of all the potential that we have in person is gonna be much easier. So if it's like now if we are running out of time, it's better maybe just to have this idea that we are producers of high-end manufacturing of knitwear. So that's the idea. Then we are gonna make it better like when we
Where are you based, Alessandro?
We are based in Perugia, which is, let's say, the most famous area for the production of knitwear. Like all the Italian brands, most famous brands like Brunello Cucinelli are producing around this area, and we are keeping the same level of production in terms of quality, of course. And yes, that's what we are keen for. So looking for a nice collaboration for the luxury level on menswear boutiques.
Thank you very much. We will have time to go deep into each.
Yeah, definitely.
Of course, but with just this flash presentation, I think we can have another one. Is 3 minutes past 2 o'clock, so in Italy. So we can have another from Armenia. Any voluntary?
Can I please?
Yeah, 8. Okay, please.
Yes. Hello, my name is Lilith. I'm from Armenia. I'm presenting 8 Yerevan. This is a sportswear brand made in Armenia. I have to make a bit correction. We are not producers of clothing. We are looking to become this kind. We are just collaborating with textile companies and how we call it, factories in Armenia. But I am looking to become my own, to have my own atelier, small atelier, then maybe to become a factory. This is a big dream for me. But besides of doing this clothing brand, managing it, I'm very, very, very interested in fashion design, luxury boutiques, business management. So the sector of my interests in this is very huge, and it would be very welcomed if we can find collaborations. And yes, it will be a nice chance to meet maybe with Alessandro and do a collaboration. between the brands, maybe, because my brand is medium and high level, the cost, I mean. So we can look and speak about it.
Very good. Thank you very much. But you are a designer, if I have right understood?
You know, this is curious. I'm an engineer, but I'm self-made designer. So I have read very much books. I'm searching for interviews. Now I'm having my study in Burgo Fashion Institute, not in the Burgo, but in Yerevan. Here we have some sector of this. So I'm all interested, and
very good. So these two visits promise very interesting meetings. We also have another engineer, I think. Francesco, are you connected? Because I don't see you.
Thank you very much.
Hi, Joe. Hi, Giovanni. Yes, I'm connected.
We have a BSO here, Business Supporting Organization, but please, Francesco, would you like to introduce you and your organization?
Yeah, really brief. I am everybody. I'm Francesco Poli. I'm working for the University of Firenze, Florence in Tuscany. I'm working like, you know, I don't even know how to translate it correctly, but I'm working like industrial relation. So I'm just a link between the industries and the university. So that's why I'm a BSO. So I'm really interested in understand the Armenian country and how we can work together, even with another company that is called TEXTWIN here in Prato, that I can you know, I can suggest some topics in textile for you. So I'm just curious to see what happened, and see you soon.
Thank you, Francesco. And we expect a triangular cooperation among you, the Italian companies, and some Armenian company. So we will have time to go deep into these possibilities. I would like to say only last one from Armenia, if someone wish to introduce herself or himself.
May I?
Yes, please, Ermin.
Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Sorry, I can't switch my video.
Now works. Yes.
Hi again. I'm a legal expert in general, but I work already approximately 10 years with light industry sector companies. I'm also legal expert in UNIDO project. Our project collaborates with sector companies and provide them, let's say, one-stop shop services from legal aspect to manufacturing. So we provide let's say, general services to the sector companies. My main responsibilities to work with sector companies and support them in legal aspect. Also, I work with state bodies, with governmental organization, and with government on improvements of legislative issues in light industry sector. So we have done many improvements regarding taxation, regarding VATs, regarding privileges on customs. Also, we help companies on export and import procedures As you know, in Armenia, we don't have fabrics, so mostly we import from third countries. As you know, we are Eurasian state member state, so from third countries, if our company imports raw material, the taxation is very high. So we collaborate with Ministry of Economic and with government to provide our sector companies some customs privileges. Also, we support them in collaboration with partners. We drafting for them agreements, contracts. We help them in logistic issues. Also, within a project, we have Space 59 center. It's training center where we help companies to, let's say, we train people further to work in sector companies. So we are interested to have some meetings with Italian BSO companies, and we are interested to know your legislation, your legal environment, how you the state support the sector companies, or are there any other privileges for companies?
Thank you very much.
That's all, very shortly.
No, very good, because we are getting consciousness that this group is very heterogeneous. I think is a strong point, this, because your role cannot be only just to understand what are the conditions in Italy, but you can also support our companies that would like to come and to make business in your country.
Of course. So we supporting them to start business in Armenia. Also, we support them for obtaining visas, work permits, to register company, support them in tax issues, etc. Just one-stop shop.
Good, very good. I recommend you to make the profile if you have not yet ended it in the matchmaking database. So I think time is past, because we are 13 minutes after 2 o'clock in Italy. And I think the other participants I see, so other participants from Italy and from Armenia, they will have the opportunity to present themselves in the next 2 online meetings. So we recommend you, if you have, to prepare some slide that can be shared, of course, and then you can support your presentation, even inviting someone of your colleagues in case, because they will not take part to the travel, but to the visit, on-site visit, but they are allowed to join these presentations to support you in this interaction. So Irina, do we have some communication for concluding?
I would like, first of all, I would like from my side, thanks to all participants who was considering the communication. I would like to remind you that we are going to have the next preliminary meeting on the 10th of November, same time, at 1 o'clock Central European time, and at 4 o'clock Armenian time. I thank you. I thank all of you for your availability for the meetings, and recording of the meeting and also the presentation will be available soon on the Moodle platform of the project.
Thank you very much. Vahan, do you have to communicate something before to close? Enrico, do you have any communication before to close? So we can close.
We can close. Yeah.
Meeting. I think the meeting was really successful in understanding these characteristics that are very different from companies and the expectations. We have put all this information in the two word clouds. These materials will be shared for your review and for your insights in the platform. So now it's expected that you go to complete the two questionnaires that we have mentioned before. Please don't forget to do it as soon as possible. The questionnaire and then the request for travel support. Thank you very much and bye-bye.